What's good, family? Welcome to the Love You to Life podcast with Rod and CC, where we like to talk about all kinds of things. Sometimes we're going to agree, and other times we're going to disagree. But most importantly, it's going to be done with love. You ain't... I'm saying, are you ready, though?
Yeah.
Why you on Snapchat?
Because I like taking pictures of myself.
She's snapping.
Okay.
She's snapping.
What's going on, Candace? How you doing today?
What's up?
I'm nothing. I'm good. How you doing?
It's a good day. I had a night filled with passion and love. And I really love finding more love in people. Even when they try to convince me that they don't. Yeah.
You talking about you had a date night or something?
Not a date night.
Oh, okay.
I had a very intimate and passionate conversation with a beautiful woman.
Okay.
That tries to come off as hardcore and mean, but I just see right through that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just talking about people up here.
What do you normally do with people like that? Like when they trying to
when
be
they're
hard?
mean, like
when they trying to be hard,
I'm trying to act mean.
Yeah.
I just give my whole heart.
Okay.
And I just find that love, it can literally sift through anything and it can push through anything.
Okay.
So that's what I plan to do with people like that.
Okay.
How about you?
I don't know. I leave them alone. I'm trying to.
You leave them alone.
Yeah, I'm trying to find my own way.
Cold-hearted.
No, I'm trying to find my own way. You know.
So we all are.
Yeah, I don't. I'm stuck in my own little thing, so I can't be telling people what to do about anything.
I think.
Just give my opinion.
Okay. We got a visitor today, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm actually very excited.
Yeah. Before we get to that, though, I survived Monday's CrossFit.
Okay. With your boy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Channing.
He tried to kill me.
Shout out to Channing.
He tried to kill us, but I made it through. Actually, today I'm going again today, so I'm going to be going Mondays and Wednesdays.
Channing, we love you.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm about that life yet, but we definitely love you, Channing.
You ain't going to show up.
And all your killerness.
You ain't going to show up.
You right. Absolutely right.
Yeah. So one of the things that you're working on is another podcast where you're going to be, it's going to be an all female cast. Have you decided if you want to do 3 or 4? 3 or 4 women, or?
If I can get 4 women, that'll be amazing. But if it's just 3 women, I'm good with that.
What about like 3 women and then like a rotating guest, something like that?
I don't see what's wrong with that.
All right. Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that.
All right. And in that process, we want to have a couple of them and be in the podcast with us.
Yeah.
See how they like it. See if they're comfortable.
Yeah.
See if they even, interested really in doing it.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing today.
Yes.
And one of the females that you chose.
That's dancing over here. If y'all could just see her lit up on fire right now.
One of the females you chose to see if she's interested in it, see how she works, see the chemistry and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sitting here dancing right now.
I wish I could see her.
Hi, y'all.
Okay. Hi. Hey, what's up? Who are you?
What's your name?
I'm Tawanda.
All right.
I'm Tawanda Gray.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you feel like, is it something, I know obviously you're here, so it's something that you're interested in.
Yeah.
What do you think like you would bring to the table?
I'm good at speaking. I like to talk.
Yep. Well, that's number one. You like to talk, so you're going to need to talk. And you're opinionated. Do you have an opinion?
I always have an opinion.
Okay. I'm just asking, like, you know what I'm saying? You always have an opinion.
She's just showing so much love in here. You should just see all the love, y'all. Just all this love.
I find when you have an opinion with the people you love and you are able to dish that opinion out, they can understand you better. They know where you're coming from. If someone have an opinion about me and they love me, tell me. I want them to tell me. I don't care what it is. Like, what's wrong with that?
I like that because I feel like if you can love me in every season, because there's 4 seasons to every human, but if you can love me when I'm at my good stuff, you better be able to love me when I'm not shining and I'm not having a great day.
Yep.
So that is strong when somebody can tell you, like, Candace, you wilding right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, and and contrary to what people believe, I have an opinion too about like a lot of stuff, but I don't.
You have an opinion?
Well, people don't believe so because I'm so quiet, and they don't believe that I have an opinion. So when I actually talk, like this right here,
yeah,
like when people found out I was doing this, it was like,
what?
Oh yeah,
So his face, because people can't see you.
You gotta be careful what you say.
I know. Wow.
Be careful
got
what
it.
you say.
Okay. You got the confused face that people give.
Yeah.
So we can,
yeah. But yeah. So Tawanda gonna sit in, and we don't. And since you do have an opinion, we don't want you to hold it.
I don't. Trust me, I never do.
I know, but that's part. Sometimes this is different. So sometimes people get in different atmospheres and they decide to take a step back. But this is a pretty easy. I think this is a pretty easy topic that we're gonna be talking about today.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are we discussing?
Music. We're gonna be discussing music and if it takes you to a place or a time or a feeling, and then see what everybody thinks. And I did wait a minute. I posed the question on my Facebook. Did you do that?
I did not look up there. You got people that answered?
No, I said did you pose it on yours? Because when
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
All right. What's that? Integrity. All right. So
shots today.
let me give my definition of music. Music is vocal or instrumental sounds or both combined in such a way as to produce beauty of form, harmony, and expression of emotion. And the sentence would be couples were dancing to the music. Yeah, I think I'm going to just go with that one.
And we always do a quote. And the quote is, music touches us emotionally where words alone can't. And that's by Johnny Depp.
Johnny? Oh, okay.
Johnny Depp is he's musical, I guess.
Okay.
He's got that music going on.
So we could go as far back as like in ancient, like Africa, where they used music for all different kind of ceremonies. So the instruments that they played.
You going way back?
Yeah, I mean, it goes as far as back as that, and maybe even further. But they definitely used it like when they were they were naming children, or initiation rites, war, or religious ceremonies as well. So they use the music in all of those forms. And if you look, we kind of still do those things. Maybe not necessarily like in war like years ago. They used to have the marching band during their charge when they were fighting. So music has always elicited like different kind of emotional responses. So they felt proud of that national anthem or whatever, and they was ready to fight for that. You still see in wartime, people like when they're in their tanks or whatever, they're listening to certain music, type of stuff like that. So it's always elicited responses and dance, music, storytelling.
Yeah.
All balled up in one. So so that's how far it goes back. But in different forms. So you ever like played any instruments or anything like that?
Now, if you asked me to play it today, I would not be able to play it. But I did clarinet, flute, piano.
Okay.
And I love to sing. So that is also an instrument.
Okay. You play the piano?
Not no more. I might be able to play Mary Had a Little Lamb. I might. You got to catch me on the right day, though. You got to catch me on the right day.
Yeah.
Can you play any instruments?
No, I never played the instrument. I just never even. I wanted to. They used to like when they had band. When I was like real little,
I
they
was
had
in
band.
the band.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. If I remember, it took money.
It
Did
didn't
you have
take
to-
me no money. It was high
Yeah.
school and a teacher that loved me.
Well,
That was it.
I'm going back to like grammar school.
Even that, I had a teacher.
I
I don't
don't-
remember his name for dear life, but he loved. Like he used to give us pizza parties. He used
Well,
to give
that's
us
a good-
all types of parties.
It's a good thing he meant so much that you don't
Yeah.
even remember his name.
I remember
He didn't mean that much to you.
It's bad. I mess up my own kids' names, and I love my kids. Don't go there.
Yeah, well, listen,
That can happen.
that's a whole nother
It
thing.
definitely can happen.
What about you, Tawanda? You played any instruments?
No,
No,
I
no. Okay. Never was really interested in it. You ain't never looking like, oh man, I want to play the saxophone. Or I wish I knew how to play the drums. None of that.
Yeah.
None of that growing up.
no, not until I got older.
Mm.
The drums seemed very, very interesting when I became an adult.
All right. Did you say I'm gonna?
No.
No. You just looked at it.
I just and to this day, I still look like, oh my god.
Okay. So now there you go. There's another one of your missions.
No, I will do it, but
Now you know she wants to play the drums.
it's still something.
Oh, it's not gonna leave. I heard
It's
it.
still something that I look at. Like when I go to church, sometimes I always have a habit of looking at the drummer,
Mhm.
and I'm just like, how he know like when to.
And for people
Yeah.
that are not watching, she's
I'm just
trying to
I just want to know like how he know when to
How
hit
to-
the
yeah, you gotta-
like when to go on beat.
Mhm.
Like
Mm.
it just.
Well, you wouldn't equate it to when you dance, how you know you
I
pick
still
up the
want to
rhythm.
know how
Yeah.
do you know when that happens, but
All right.
I won't try it now. It's not something.
Have
I'm-
you ever physically like tried it or
No. I
What's-
get up there and play like
What do you think is holding you back? Like they just try.
because I don't want to necessarily do it. It's not in my dreams to do it. It's just something that I look at and go, "That's interesting." Nothing I want to do.
Okay.
No, it's nothing I want to do, but it is interesting.
All right.
You got questions?
No, I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about it. Well, yeah, obviously, it was like the soundtrack when you were a kid. Yeah, that it was, Saturday. Which day was day? If y'all remember, the day was cleaning, like Saturday or Sunday. Saturday morning with the music
Mommy
on.
clean every day.
Did she have music? Was it incorporated music?
Barry White.
Mm.
I forgot whoever sang Through the Years.
Right. You ever catch her like at a part, stop, put whatever down, and do a little?
Mommy used to do that with the broom. She used to dance with the broom,
Mhm.
and my mother would be all in it.
Mm-hmm.
My mother would, I don't know, like when my mother would like sing and she would have like Barry White on, and I mean on repeat,
Right.
like, and I'm talking, it could be a straight hour of the same song, and I wish that I was over exaggerating, but I'm not.
You got to run it. You got to. What they
Mommy
say?
could
Rewind.
do-
You got to
literally.
run that back.
Literally, or something Bob Marley.
Mhm.
She would be so passionate in just singing. It was almost as though like it took away pain, and she would just sing, and the same song would be, and she would clean the table. She would do it like a dance with the broom,
Mm-hmm.
and she would. My mother was so that like Bob Marley, whoever sang Through the Years,
Barry White,
Barry White,
little Marvin Gaye,
a little Marvin Gaye.
little Marvin Gaye, a lot of Marvin Gaye. Al Green. What about
Al
Al
Green.
Green? Al Green.
Yep.
Cool in the Gang.
Yep.
Isley Brothers. Come on,
A
Tawanda.
little bit. Yep.
Wu-Tang Clan.
Nah. Well, I mean, I like Wu-Tang, so I'm just saying.
I'm saying. No.
Just saying, don't be throwing no shots at.
No. I listen to Wu.
Okay.
I listen to Wu.
Look at
Locks
that
all that.
W. up there.
Yeah, I
That's
listen
a
to
dope
that.
W. I tried to draw that.
I listen to that. Do you do that now though? Now that you
What?
know your mom's did it, do you do that when you're gonna clean?
The more that I grow up, the more I do see myself as my mother, because I will play a song over, and if I'm feeling a type of way, that song could be for like the whole day. And there's some songs that I've listened to for weeks,
All right.
and I wish that I was over exaggerating again for weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like songs can be for a season of a person's life.
Yeah,
It could be for a season.
it's a Tupac song, Thug's Mansion, that when that comes on, or when I play it and I find it on my CD. Yeah, I still use CDs, but
What's the, hold on, wait, let's be responsible for some people that are not going to know what is a CD?
Compact disc.
Okay, make sure
It's
that
a-
you understand that
It's a
you might have a broad
No, it's
a circular,
yeah, it's a disc.
a disc.
Yeah.
Where does it go?
Everywhere.
In the car or
You can put it wherever. If you have a CD player,
a CD player is
yeah, a compact disc. The same thing with if I say I have a CD, then I need a CD player.
a compact
you
disc
put
player.
the-
Be responsible.
Yes.
Because it's gonna be somebody that's not gonna know what that is.
I'm sorry that you're too young to
oh,
have been involved with the CDs, and you are now in the digital age, and you guys got into the
I got cassette plate. Like
got-
I mean, I don't know where they at, but I got cassette tapes.
you got you that generation
there.
that started stealing music, Napster and LimeWire and all that stuff.
Legit.
Yeah. So that's you, and I know you're not used to paying
It's so bad
for
'cause I
people's
have it all.
music.
You're not used to paying.
Yeah, you're not used to paying for people's music, but
Now it's on YouTube.
but if I found value in something,
Yeah.
what we did in my day is we went to the store. You know what? Let me
Another
go.
Single.
Let me go back. There used to be these things called records.
Now you're being extra.
No, they were big 12-inch records, and then they had the ones. I think there was 45s.
I wasn't born. I wasn't born.
It's not.
Okay,
I'm sorry. you
okay.
don't
I guess I'm the only one in the
Sorry.
room.
I'm her age.
It's okay.
I'm not even in my 40s
So
yet.
you would put
It's
the
okay.
so you would put the record on the record player, and then it had like a little arm,
I mean, DJs play it.
and you
Mommy had one.
and the arm would move over, and it had a little needle that would go into the groove. And then you would
don't know.
and you would hear that little crackling noise before the record started. That little
I don't know.
yeah, okay,
Mommy did that.
yeah.
Mommy definitely. Not
And
daddy,
then-
but mommy definitely. It wasn't a lot, but she definitely had.
And then
a
the music would play,
few. Yeah.
and that's what the music.
It
And then
needs to be country music.
and then
Yeah. Country.
hold up, let's unpack that.
Legit.
Like what y'all listening to in there?
Oh my God.
Well, I don't expect you to know because you don't even
Don't-
remember.
yeah,
You don't even remember
don't.
your teacher that loved on you.
I'm messing my kids' names.
Mhm.
They know who I'm talking
listen, I'm gonna give you the Candace Bubble Eyes.
to. Do the Candace Bubble Eyes.
Did you just lie to me?
I didn't tell you a lie.
Did you just lie? You just lied to me.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. So we had the record players and used to
Yeah.
play that. One of the earliest songs I remember is, and I'm gonna say the title, but you gotta hear me out for after I say the title.
Here we go.
No, the song was called "Ain't That a Bitch,"
Oh, I was too young for that. So.
and there was the
I
cover
don't
of
think my mama let me listen
nah.
to that.
But listen though, the cover of it was like a dog, like
Is that a Snoop Dogg song?
no, no. This
Sounds
is
like Snoop.
this is
Something he'd say.
no.
No,
The song was about
a female dog.
a man who was
Female dog.
no. You ever heard that saying? Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? Are they talking about a female dog?
Well, technically, if you want to be technical, for
When
technical listeners,
when they say that saying, I'm not talking about technical. When you hear that saying,
if you want to be technical,
no. Do you look for a female dog when you hear somebody say, "Ain't that a bitch"? Do you look for a dog, or do you go, you know exactly?
there might
what
be
that
one
means?
walking by me. I don't know.
Do you look around, or you know exactly what they talking
Here
about?
you go.
You know.
All
But
right,
the-
go
but-
ahead. Go
nah.
with your. All right. I sidetracked you. Go ahead.
That's
I'm,
all right.
I'm sorry.
That's what you do.
Go ahead. I do.
That's
but
what
go
you do.
ahead.
That's what he put you here for.
You know, he's
So-
somehow he get gospel up in here.
Who's
He get gospel.
That's what he put you up here. And so the
Praise
song
the
was
Lord.
about working hard,
my?
working a lot of hours, and then getting taxed.
The song,
Yeah, everybody.
maybe for the listeners, you might even be able.
They
to
can look it
that.
up. It's called "Ain't That a Bitch." But the song is about just things that you do during the end of the day. How like your money's gone after you
Yeah.
pay all these bills, and it's "Ain't that a bitch."
Yeah.
And the next line was like somebody doing something slick. So it was about basically, somebody getting over on somebody.
That's not nice.
It's not, but
That's not kind.
that's why he said, "Ain't that a bitch?"
Okay,
All right.
we get it. Joanna, do you get it? Do you get it?
You're
already-
alive. I'm not supposed to be here.
You already here. You've been here.
You on live? Oh, you put me on live.
Jones said, oh my God.
Who said that?
Yeah, take me off live. I don't want to be on live. I don't want to be on live.
Well, you on live now?
Nah, I don't want to be on live.
Well,
Mom said, bring her here.
Mom? Hi, Ma. I met Twanda's mom the other day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Everybody wants.
And I love her mother. For dear life, I love her mom. I miss you, Ma. Is that me and my big old head?
Yes, it is. I see you.
Okay.
All right.
He's watching.
Hi. All right, let's go. Come on. She's sidetracking. Come on, let's go.
Nah, I'm just looking at the. So yeah. Let me just. Hold up. Hold up. Pause it. Did you have a Walkman?
I actually did have a Walkman, and I thought I was hot stuff with it.
You talk? Or was it a cassette?
A black one
No,
with the headphones.
with the cassette.
that
Sony.
You had to wiggle around the part that goes into the actual Walkman because
Yeah.
one ear would play and the other wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was it
Super dope.
was it a Sony?
it was definitely a Sony.
Sony. What was your tape in there? Because we going back to the tapes. I know you. I know I kid you about being too young, but we going back to the tapes.
So I listened to all kinds of music.
Mm.
I think it might have been Backstreet Boys
Mm.
and
You
then
had a-
Sync,
Wow.
Yeah.
So you had a.
Justin
Okay.
Timberlake.
Yeah. You know what I'm
and-
thinking. Yeah. I was listening to him like probably 10 years before that. So
My guy, yeah. My
My-
guys.
mine was one of the first ones I had was
Cisco.
LL Cool
Hill.
J, Bigger and Deffer.
What?
LL Cool J, Bigger and Deffer.
He had a song like that.
His album, the album Bigger and Deffer. That was one of the first ones I had on my Walkman.
All right.
Somebody stole it though. Somebody stole my tape.
Somebody stole it.
Yeah, it's a long story, but I
Is it a long story?
I'm gonna shorten it up. Long story short,
Yes.
I let a young lady use it,
Here he go, Lord.
and she never gave it back. Actually, she moved before I can get it back. So,
She
She-
forgot to give it back to you. Let's not say that she stole it.
well, I can
She
get it.
forgot.
I can get into the
And I'm getting a side eye from Tawanda.
I could get into the circumstances of why I let her use my tape, but
Nope, we're gonna skip that part today.
yeah. But anyway, she never got it back. She never gave it back. So,
Yeah.
but that was my tape, and you remember those tapes you used to have to
With the pencil.
yeah.
And
when
the kids today
when the
will
little
never know the struggle.
when the tape used to come out.
Yeah.
I used to even cut it and try to like splice it and get a piece of tape and wrap it around, cut the tape so it
On the
like I would
cassette
take
tape?
I would take the tape.
And it would still play?
Yeah, it would still play. It would skip. It was like my little edit, but I definitely used to repair the tapes.
Okay.
If it was-
skip
Look,
like
if
that.
it was a tape you wanted
Mhm.
and you paid, what was it, $10 back then? You paid $10 for a tape? $13? What was it?
I don't think I ever paid for it. My mama paid
Right.
for it, so
Yeah.
I don't know how much I paid.
Oh, okay. Well,
I didn't have any money.
Yeah, mommy.
so
did.
how'd you get your tape?
Mommy did, or somebody had it and they
Let's
let me use it.
Wait a minute. Let's unpack how you got your tapes. Since you didn't have any money.
Let's go.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Huh?
Huh?
You ain't got no sense.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh?
How did you get your tapes? Yeah, friends in the music business that would.
Yes.
Okay, we'll go with that.
We just making up stories. What's going on? What? All right, let's go.
Yeah, I guess
How'd you get your tapes? Let's talk
used to
about
buy
that.
them at the store.
You used to buy. Oh, you
yeah,
have money.
yeah. Used to
Okay.
go to Riff Raff downtown Bridgeport.
Riff Raff
Yeah.
in Bridgeport means that I wasn't born yet.
Yeah. I don't know. Riff Raff. I don't.
know nothing about a Riff Raff.
Well,
Is that that's a cartoon?
But remember, you couldn't leave the house until you was 15 anyway.
I couldn't.
So you couldn't even walk to the store by yourself
Oh,
until
they
you
was
was 15.
closed by then.
Yeah.
No, 15 years old.
Till she was 15 years old, she couldn't walk to
They
the
was,
store.
they was closed by then.
Here she go. Here she go.
They was closed. They turned into two different stores by then.
I had older cousins.
Mm-hmm.
I would like listen to my mom's. I would have, like, my father would always have like the reggae.
Yeah.
So if I wanted reggae, and at the time I wasn't really telling people I was Jamaican until it got cool.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, so back then,
Yeah.
did you mind that they was playing it loud? Did you? Because years ago, it wasn't cool to be Jamaican like that.
And
like,
then there was a time where
it wasn't embraced like it is now, like where
Right.
everybody is.
So there would be times where I would pay for it now if I could get it.
Mm-hmm.
We would be driving in my father's Datsun Z, and some of y'all gonna have to Google what a Datsun Z is.
Mm-hmm.
Old school. And we would be driving in his car, and he would have like Three Little Birds by Bob Marley
Mm-hmm.
blasting.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be in the car with my hands in my ears because I would be like, I was almost ashamed of it. But now I would pay money to have that interaction with my dad, that intimacy.
Yeah.
But my father, he had every type of reggae song. And he also was a person that played stuff on repeat.
Right.
He was not like my mother though,
Yeah.
but he definitely was a person that played stuff on repeat,
Yeah.
which was, I guess, why I do it. Yeah.
Listen, that music, whether it's riding in the car or
Yeah.
in your house cleaning,
Yeah.
like I said, it becomes a soundtrack of your day.
Yeah.
And I when I posed the question on my Facebook page, I wanted, I posed it as music is medicine.
Mm-hmm.
It takes you to a time or place, and I got some pretty good responses from that. But it does,
Yeah.
and just from listening to people's responses,
Right.
reading people's responses, it definitely, I think people, universally, music.
Yeah.
And that's why you can see, you can go to a concert, depending on, who you're going to see, and, in unison, you can see everybody getting along,
Yeah.
everybody knowing
That's
the words.
one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think like one of the coolest things to see is like people when they put the lighters, and when you look out, you see like a sea of people,
Yeah.
swaying back and forth.
Strangers that connect as one
Music, right?
through music.
Hugging, maybe even crying.
Yeah. Together.
During particular
as
songs.
if they're family.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what music does worldwide. And now when we like so separated, we seem like we getting so separated
Because
again.
that's what the music is doing.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I think there's a lot of music that is not being pushed. So if you listen to what's normal rotation on the radio, that's
Kanye?
that's program directing.
Kanye?
What about him?
I was just giving an example.
What, the music?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't listen to Kanye, so I don't know. I couldn't
Y'all
tell.
don't listen to, do y'all listen to Kanye?
Not at all.
No,
Not at
I don't
all.
even know what he plays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he made flip it, do it.
Yeah, but
What's the one that he
I don't listen to Kanye, so I don't know that his music is divisive. I know he's controversial in stuff he says. But as far as music wise, I don't know that. I can't think of anything that if you looked in the crowd of people at one of his concerts that you would see people not getting along.
Yeah.
Where you can,
Or they do get along and they're getting along to crazy music. So I remember there was a time where, and this is, some of y'all will know about Soulja Boy. because I listen to Soldier Boy.
Well, yeah, well, you're a little,
Yes.
that's your age group. So
I listen to him, okay, and
before you get into that, I'm just gonna say I don't have a problem with I'm not one of those people that after I get older, I listen to something and
I mean, I don't listen to it anymore, but I did I did the dances, but I didn't know what he was saying. So I think a lot of people, they're listening to it.
That's a lot of the music though. You don't, if you get a good beat.
Yeah, that's how they get you though.
Yeah,
they put a good beat on it.
I told you that's that African effect. Them drums and all of that. When you get a good beat and your body get moving and you really don't even care what. And when you listen to the words, then you say, "Oh, I just was calling myself all kind of craziness."
And didn't even know it. And the beat was hot.
Didn't even know it.
Didn't even know it. I got my kids listening to it. That's where, you know what I mean? That's where, because it speaks to something. Mm-hmm. But it's just we don't even know it because the beat's so hot. Yeah. And it's easy to get lost in that. Yeah. And I think that's where, the connection is breaking away. Yeah. And I feel like that's where the love is breaking away. Because they got music talking about killing each other and how much money I got and you ain't gonna call me this or money over bees and you know what I mean, and that's what it's turned into, and we're teaching our kids this stuff.
Well,
the biggest I've learned, the biggest I've seen, and I've seen this actually. I've listened to this. Watched it, and what got me was hearing somebody say it. A grown older man say this. We have grown men listening to, adult men in their 40s listening to shoot 'em up, bang bang. No wonder they can't make love to their wives. They're falling asleep
because it is
to shooting up and let's shoot this person and then you're going home to your wife and where's the lovemaking music at?
I definitely will admit that years ago, especially the 90s, 80s, 90s, the music, the love, the R&B was a whole different thing.
It's gone now.
It's a whole different thing.
Gone. Everybody's a hoe. Everybody's a whore. And then the worst part about it is you got our ladies.
The ladies are singing it. Right. And they're getting mad
because they're watching the men go after these type of women. Of course, these men. You got men in your 40s, and it's just sad that I look at the car next to me. That man is 50 years old, listening to, hey, let's just shoot the kids up, shoot the park up.
Yeah. Well,
why are you listening to that?
I don't. But if you, I can listen to.
You're too old for that.
I can listen to whatever, and it doesn't affect me.
You gotta be careful you say that. You gotta be careful what you let in here.
I'm telling you that if I'm having one of those days where I need to vent, then I'm gonna find something that is gonna allow me to vent as far as music wise. The same way that I would go and take out my aggression and lift weights, or I would go to the shooting range. I'm releasing that aggression. So I'll find the things that speak to me because I know I'm not gonna listen to a song and then go and do anything. I'm just not that impressionable, like I was when I was younger, where, I may have used it. We're gonna go do a beat down. You may use that certain music to go do that. I'm not at that point now. So the music that I grew up on, I know how to process it. And I know that a lot of the stuff is coming from a place. So where I won't demonize the music, I want to ask the deeper question of where is that coming from? I go into, I live there. Right. So that's what I was going to say. But if you're going to do it, you got to do it in all mediums, not just, it has to be music too.
No, I definitely do. Especially a person's music especially
if you talk to if you listen to an interview and they say, yeah, this is that album or these songs are real personal to me. And if you're able to listen to it and go, oh, what, something's something's going on, then it's a little easier for me. But that's what I do. Some days I need that. Everything is not going to be roses.
Here you go.
It's just not. So
it's not. But again, that's the last thing. When I heard that and I heard that older man say that, it really brought me back to something, and it brought me back to he's absolutely right. I don't understand why we have 40 and 50-year-old men sitting here listening to what you call them, XXX or whoever, and these are little kids. There's absolutely no reason why we have Birdman sitting around talking about let's shoot this one and I'm gonna call that hoe and What?
all of that. And that's so sad.
And you talking about marrying somebody?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Why we can't talk about making love to our wives?
Right.
Yeah.
Why
Now,
we can't talk about taking our wives
on
out?
on
Like,
the
what
on the
happened to that? Where
on
Freddie
the other
Jackson
side of
at?
that,
That's so
right?
good.
But that's I would say that with the R&B, yeah. But that's where
Even in
if
rap, you could do that.
You can do that.
You
Right,
can do
but-
that in rap.
Why we can't turn this stuff around?
yeah,
Because
but
our,
I bet you,
marriages are done.
but I bet you that you guys are not. You
You
guys
got
are
to-
talking about what's on the radio. You're not talking about. You
I'm
can.
talking about it all. You
I
can
talk
turn
about
that mess
all-
off.
I'm
You
not-
can turn that mess off.
I'm not talking. Yeah, but you talking about what you hear. But you can find all kinds of stuff if you look for it. Just like anything, you can find all kinds of positive influence. If I
Right.
decide to, if I decide that I want to now with our devices, with algorithms, they'll keep feeding you that stuff. So if I keep listening to it, as soon as I turn on my phone, they're gonna send me that. As soon as you turn on your computer, you ever like be looking
YouTube.
up something, then
On
you go on your
YouTube, they'll do
Facebook
that.
and you'll see like. So I
See
was
it
looking
there,
at.
yeah.
Yeah, I was looking. So yeah, the algorithms pick that up, and you can keep feeding yourself that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the computer is going to keep feeding you, but you don't. If I want to look up something positive, so if you look across, my search, you're going to find a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But I believe in that. I believe in being a contrarian and not just saying, all right, this is the direction I'm going to go, and I'm only going to listen to this, and I'm going to filter out everything else. And your mind is closed.
You don't
Man,
have to filter it out, but
yeah.
you don't have to make it an everyday process.
Nah.
That's all I'm saying. Like every day you coming home, you pulling up in your driveway, and all you can hear
Is that-
bumping out your system is the doom doom. I'ma punch him in the face. I'ma shoot him. Like
For real.
it's
You could
to me, all I could do sometimes is just sit and I'm just
Wonder.
like,
I'm sitting wondering.
I don't get me wrong. Because I listen to my little rap. I won't lie
Yeah.
about that.
I listen to
just
rap, not
learned-
that trap music.
Listen, I finally figured out what Meek Mill speaks about. I never used to know. I never listened to Meek Mill a
Right.
day in my life. However, what I did find out is that he has a song out that I absolutely love. It's called Dangerous. And I learned that song from beginning to end. But what I didn't know about Meek Mill is that he was one of my... I don't have it on me on purpose. Anyway.
I mean, look it up.
So
She want her camera time.
Right? If you're going to give it to me, give it to me for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you saying?
What I learned is that he has one song, and so I'm listening to more of his music. His songs are not what I thought they were.
Mm-hmm.
They were not the beat 'em up and shoot 'em up, and like I always thought they all were.
Right, and he has them, but yeah, if you take
has 'em.
if you take a song on the radio and you or the most popular song, because it could be popular, and then you just tune yourself out from the whole album, you might be missing a message in there.
Yes.
I didn't used to listen to Nipsey Hussle before he passed away. I heard a couple of things he had, and I saw a couple of movies he was in, but I didn't really know who he was
Yeah.
until.
I didn't know a Nipsey Hussle until I saw quotes everywhere.
Well, right, and then but
until
I knew
until he had to die, and then people said, "Oh,
Well,
Nipsey Hussle."
I knew who he was, but like I said, I wasn't checking for him like that. I'm not gonna act like I was on it, but once I started checking for it after he passed, because the news story has the link, and then I'm interested in this guy because they started saying he's doing other things, and then you get to see that.
That's the part that I got
Right.
me interested about him.
And but if you listen to his music, it's not what I thought it was.
Yeah.
He's versatile and different, and he's talking about a lot of things that other people are not talking about. But if I just took one song or two songs, or if I took his early work and said anything he released, I'm not going to check for it because I'm going off his early work. That may have been his earliest work, but now if you listen to the stuff he's talking about, ownership and
Yeah.
building a community up, and he was actually doing it. So if you listen to that, that's why I'm saying like I wouldn't take a song or 3 songs
Yeah.
if an artist has 10 albums
Yeah.
or 4 albums. I wouldn't base them off of those 3 songs.
Yeah.
I
It's
will
kinda like
I will say that because we all as humans we all diverse.
for
So
real,
if
yeah.
you always say that if you follow me around and record me at my angriest moments and just
we have our humanity.
right,
and
but if you put that out, then
it
the
could turn people
the
off.
perception of me would be
Yeah.
this is who he is.
Right.
But
Because that's the only piece that they see.
You
They
see
don't
that
see
piece.
the
You
love
can-
part. They see
you can
the
edit it.
hate, anger, whatever.
you can
and a
edit
human.
it, and I may have
That's every human, though.
right, but that's
Every
why
human
that's why
has 4 seasons.
I'm saying you gotta dig deeper than just saying, oh, I heard this artist on the radio.
Yeah.
I don't like that music. He said a couple of words that I don't like or that I don't agree with, and so
Right.
now I'm gonna just cast him. You may have, it may be 10 other songs.
Yeah.
What I'm suggesting is that you don't just look at what you hear on the radio. I'm suggesting that you actually, look up the artist, look at their catalog, and then you'll find, because the thing that I found, like, and people are talking to people in a way that they can understand. So, I may not understand.
I'm very into that.
I may
a
not
lot.
understand
That's very important.
what this young dude is saying,
Yeah.
and it may not be speaking to me.
Right.
But if I want to connect with a younger person,
Yeah.
that's what they listen to, then I better start finding out
If you want to touch the person.
what they're doing. It's
Right.
just instead of just, we do
That's
this
so
in life,
good.
but with music, we just eliminate. With music and fashion, and it's mostly our people that do that. People that look like us that do that to each
What?
other.
Stay over here with that.
When it comes to
Not
music,
true.
when it comes to music, if you look at we celebrate now legends.
All right.
So now you see a lot of tours of the people that we grew up on, and people go out and show up for those. But there was a time in those guys' music career where we just they were hot, and then they still made music, but we
Yeah.
didn't want to hear it because they may change. They're doing something different. That's not what Candace sing about. Why she singing about? She usually sing about this. Well, I'm not gonna buy it.
Very true.
And we definitely, we cast our
Throw the whole person
yeah.
away.
We throw it's, and then like I said, with us, rock musicians tour until they 70, 80, feet all twisted up, and they generally love it. We like, it seems like we do like the fad thing where it's fashionable, it's a fad, it's hot. Everything now we're a little more open. The younger kids, they dress however they want to dress.
Yeah.
As we get older, we look at them and be like, oh, look at
conformity.
yeah, but
with
they
the dressing now.
but they dress they wear whatever they want to wear.
Yeah.
We criticize that. You gotta remember, we make fun of the skinny jeans and all that.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, the leaves was tight. Y'all know the leaves was tight. Them two-tone leaves was tight. You talking about people was walking around with spiked bracelets and stuff like that.
Did you wear that?
Nah, I
You
couldn't.
didn't wear the
couldn't
spikes?
Nah, I couldn't afford that stuff. The kid
Is that
was-
expensive?
It wasn't expensive, but my mom's not gonna buy that. If she gonna buy something, it's gonna be some slacks and a nice shirt. You ain't getting no spike belt
Thanks, Mom.
looking crazy. She's just not. What I'm saying? She wasn't with the high tops and stuff. She wanted a nice haircut. She wanted to shave. She wanted
Yeah.
you to look presentable. But with the music though, and music and the fashion, we decide that after we get a certain age, it's corny, or we ain't dealing with that, or my
That
music.
I do agree with that.
My
a lot.
music is better than we heard it from our parents when they listened to our stuff,
Yeah.
or we heard it from the older 10 years older, and they when the hip hop when I grew up, that was real. What y'all listening to is garbage, and we do that. We continue to do that.
We just had a conversation about this.
We continue to do that too, and that's why I said when it's like us. That's why I was saying us. We tend to we short sighted when it comes to stuff like that. There's value in everybody. If you told me when I was 17, 18, 19 years old that things you're as an older person, if you told me what you value,
Yeah.
I wasn't buying that.
Mm-hmm.
I value what I value, and if you talk down to me, the
You cut 'em
conversation
off.
is over.
Wow.
Not literally, but in my mind, I don't even hear anything else
You
you're
stop
saying.
listening.
I'm not listening to you no more.
You stop listening. Yeah.
Now, if we complaining, we want to reach them, we want to know why,
Yeah.
then you can't cut that off. You got to be able to, have that connection. If somebody don't think you care about them,
Mm-hmm. They won't
And,
listen. That part is very
right?
true.
And music is a way where, if instead
You
of
could
just
touch the artist, and
instead
the
of-
artist could touch.
instead of just saying like, I heard that, I don't want to hear that,
Yeah.
so I'm not going to listen to it. You may be missing an opportunity to connect with your kid even, because they see value in it, and you have to be able to, So I don't. When it comes to music, I don't think that there's anything that people shouldn't listen to. I just think that if you find somebody younger listening to something and you want to have a conversation with them, I would say ask them instead of just telling them, just saying it's garbage, because they don't feel that way.
Well, I don't say that. I do. Don't get me wrong. If I don't like someone's music, I will try for dear life to, like, I can't say empathize with it, but I could definitely try to sympathize with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll try to listen to at least the beat, but then I'll ask questions. Like, I got questions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is it that makes you want to listen to this song? Like, what are you getting from this song? That's what I do ask. So I don't call nobody's music garbage. Because if you get up in my car, it's gospel. But I listen to rap, too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm very, but my rap doesn't talk about killing the next door neighbor and getting the loot and all that. You know, you see what I'm saying? Like, the music now, the kids are, like, there's a song one of my nephews was singing, and the song is called, I think it's called Happier. And the song, it indicated, like, if you leave, then I'll be happier.
Mm-hmm.
It's called, I wish I could play it, but, like, I don't want my 8-year-old nephew listening to that. You know what I mean? And they're growing up with that. Now, we could think that it's just a song, but that's sitting.
Oh, of course.
It's sitting. You could think it has no impact.
No, I was
But
talking
it has
about
impact.
I was talking about me. I can listen to something when I'm going to work out. You know what I want to hear?
What?
I want to hear the hardest, most angriest
And that's not gonna have no impact.
on my workout. Yeah,
No, on you as a
on
human
my
being.
nah. I don't believe that.
All right.
I believe I believe that's too complicated a thing to just narrow it down to. If you listen to a certain amount, you listen to a certain kind of music, then
I think that's actually a Facebook question or a Instagram question or a Twitter question.
yeah. I mean, you're
Or a
gonna get all kind of answers.
All right.
I don't expect anybody to.
But I like the why,
Yeah.
the why answers.
Yeah, I don't expect
those.
anybody to just completely agree with me. I'm just saying, for me personally, I need certain things.
Yeah.
If I'm listening to something, if you dancing, you got to be able to catch the beat,
Right.
right? So
That's true.
you know, if the beat is bumping
Yeah.
and you're on the dance floor
Yeah.
and you like the song, I know you don't go out dancing. Neither do I. But if you like the
I
song,
dance with my kids in the house.
right? But if you like the song and you somewhere and the beat is and you grooving, are you just gonna walk off because the words and the music?
I might, depending on. I've done it before. Depending on the words, yes, I might.
Right. So
Depending
there's a
on
chance. So there's a chance that you will stay on there.
If it's like I was just at a women's conference and they had Beyonce all on the loudspeaker,
Yeah.
and I think the song was like, "We run the world, girls, we run the world."
Is that how it goes?
Something like that. And I was dancing. One woman pulled me and I walked around that church and I was dancing to it. And I was just like, all right, whatever. It didn't talk about killing nobody. It wasn't talking about bringing nobody down. It wasn't degrading. It wasn't any of that. So no, I danced to it.
Right.
It wasn't hurting anyone. It wasn't I'm talking about that music that degrades people and make you wonder, like, am I dancing to this? Am I really dancing to this right now? That's the music that I'm talking about.
Yeah. So okay. So you look, but if there's words, so if somebody is if there's a song and it has some words that you don't agree with, a lot of curse words, you may miss the whole message of the song.
Because it's only curse words. I don't need to hear stuff.
Well, it's obviously it ain't gonna be all curse words. There may be a lot, but
what
if
if it's Kanye? It might be.
I don't know. Like I said,
A little pump,
you don't.
a little flip,
Nah, I don't know.
little,
I don't know.
whatever any of the littles
Yeah.
take out. That's it.
Yeah, but I don't listen to the music, so I couldn't tell you exactly what they're talking about. But if I am gonna listen to it, if somebody suggests a song to me,
Something by Future.
like for instance, when I did the when I did the question on Facebook, it's like there was a couple of songs I never heard,
All right.
and I listened to them. Now there was colorful. The language is colorful, but
When you
If-
say colorful for the listeners, what do you mean?
the language there was a lot of cursing in it. There was a lot of words that you know what I'm saying that somebody like you probably don't want to hear in your radio. You just said you got gospel and some rap, but I know you don't want to listen, so you probably won't want to listen to it. because of the language.
We'll say, all right, you're going to say what
Right?
you're going to say. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right, you can take it. Go ahead.
So-
Take it. I'll take it.
so
Go.
yeah.
Just give it to me. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
got me.
But if
I'll take it.
but the message in the song was, I understood why the person liked it. It was a motivational song to them because the person, the gist of the song was the person felt counted out, and they were saying to people, don't count me out.
Yeah.
But they used more colorful language. So
Yeah.
where you might hear the colorful language blasting out of the car next to you
Yeah.
because they're angry, if you didn't hear the whole song, if you listen
Yeah.
to the words, why
No.
it got to that point.
You know where my mind goes when I hear that?
Where?
Out. What's going on in that car?
Mhm.
Why are they listening to that? Like that's where I go.
But if
like
you
I go
didn't- if you
completely
if
for the
you-
person in the car though, not the music. The
Right, but
person
if
in
you
the
didn't,
car.
right, but if you didn't hear the whole song
Yeah.
and you didn't listen to the actual words of the song,
Yeah.
that person may just had a rough day at work today,
Yeah. And I'm wondering about it.
and they may have said, you know what, I want to listen to Candace because, you know, she always picked me up. That song where she telling her boss to kiss her butt, that's the song I want to listen to.
Because I
And
would make
then
a song like that.
and then you drive next to him, and all you hear is kiss my, and you like, what are they listening to? But you didn't hear the whole words. You hear the hook. The hook.
I go with that.
The same way a song that you consider terrible, if it has a nice hook, you still know the hook. You be in the car like, oh,
The hook definitely catches.
why am I singing this?
Yeah.
But you know, so so I'm just saying, dig deeper. If you want to find out if the song is that way, because you never know what this song does for somebody.
Right. And I'm not disagreeing with that.
Yes, you are. I see that you got disagreeable eyes right now.
I don't know.
So go ahead.
If there is a way to uplift,
hmm
I'm completely down for that. Some of this music, it ain't to uplift.
I'm not arguing that. I'm saying, how would you know if you don't listen to the song though? What is
But
meant
you
for?
will get caught in the hook, and that's how I feel like I could put anything to a hook, and it could be like for a person to remember it better.
hmm
But if I'm saying that, and I'm saying that throughout my day, it could color so much. So it's not that I hate the music or the artist. It's just like, what are you putting out there
hmm
for the 8-year-old to listen to? What are you putting out there for the 15-year-old boy to listen to? For the 18-year-old girl to listen to? Like, that's where I'm going.
hmm
I don't hate the music because I love music. I love rap music, not trap music, so I will say that. But I'm very diverse with music. But it's like, where's the music going?
It could be something simple as this.
You about the rap? You about the MC? Let's go.
Nah, it could be something. It could be something as simple as this.
Okay.
I like
Well, for the listeners, he was just about the rap just for y'all, but then he just
them days
chickened out.
is over. I may have had a real close friend who loved a song. It can be a terrible song,
yeah.
and every time he played it, I might say, why this dude listen to that? Something happened to my man. He passes away.
Okay.
And I remember that he used to love that song.
Wow.
Now I want to play it because that's part of my connection to him. You went, again, by you just pulling up next to me in a car and hearing me play that, you would have no idea why that song means something to me. So that's when I say music brings you to a place and time. It could be the worst song ever made,
Good or bad?
but it may bring you to a time where something good happened for you. And so that's the thing for me with music. I won't just take the music and just say, all right, I don't like it because it sounds like this, and I don't understand why that person listened to it, or just write them off. But anyway, I want to